A lot of chatters have made jokes about how I have not had a I have not had
Okay.
a credit card for most of my life and refused to get it.
Why? I have like one credit card. I recommend having like one credit card to build credit.
Okay, but you know, there is a principle behind that too. It's not even like an ethical thing.
I feel like if you don't have a credit card, you're probably like never had to struggle with money. Like people usually get a credit card because they don't have the money to buy stuff. You know what I mean?
It's just that I've always had the mentality where it's like the idea that I have to like take on debt specifically so that people can realize that like or institutions can recognize that I'm good with the debt is so stupid.
I guess I also agree. Oh, actually, fundamentally, it kind of makes sense that you would. It kind of makes sense. I think credit card interest is insane. They should cap it at like 10% because I think it's like as high as 27% for like everybody's card. But in general, it makes sense for you to like have a card and like have a credit score that says like you typically pay your stuff back. So I don't agree, but I think it's out of control with the amount of interest they charge. Also, this is a take for somebody who's never had to borrow money before. It's just a rich person.
And it's weird because like must be nice. No, I'm talking about when I was broke, dude. What the fuck?
This guy's never broke. It's so weird. He's talking about he's never broke. This guy's never broke in his life. Why does he keep trying to like forcefully cosplay as like an average middle class American? I don't understand.
There should be Hasan. You were not broke. Okay, no, I was. I know that a lot of people say that that's not the case, but I absolutely fucking was.
No, you weren't.
It's so crazy that this is.
Why is he insisting that he was fucking broke? He's such a weird little larper.
Oh my god, I do not have a billionaire parent. You fucking losers.
Yes, he did, and his mom is a fucking landlord. I said land, not lamb.
Okay. Oh my lord, it's so funny because all of this is straight up on camera. What? Okay.
Hasan Parker's dad is like super rich. What is he talking about?
I know, but you still were not. I got money back from the American government my first year of employment.
Okay, that's usually what happens when you pay your taxes. You get money back.
Okay. I don't know why people think that they know better than myself about my actual.
What does it matter that you get money back from the government because you overpaid your taxes? I used to overpay my taxes. I still do. I usually try to overpay my taxes so I get a nice chunk back at the end of the year, and I use that for like a vacation or something.
Well, existence, my living circumstances. I lived in the fucking kitchen of a frat house the first year I lived here.
Okay, you were in a frat. Okay.
Even at the point where I was on Twitch, I was making 60 grand a year.
That's a good amount of money, dude. I made less than that. I had to live with my mom, and I had a girlfriend at the time who had like autoimmune disease, and it was just like tough. I wouldn't even consider myself broke, but I was definitely struggling. I was like $10,000 in debt. You know, that's not including like school debts and stuff. That was just credit card debt, funny enough. You know what I mean? This is rough shit, man. I don't know what to tell you. What the fuck are you talking about? And again, I wouldn't consider myself broke. I was just struggling. The fuck? 60K a year is not broke. I was making like maybe like a little less than 50K a year, plus working other jobs. So I guess I was actually making more. What the hell is he talking about?
Which is literally
60K a year like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's a lot of money.
Really nothing for Los Angeles, okay? With
what?
With 3 roommates.
You had 3 roommates, so you're splitting the rent between 3 people? Okay. Even the way he talks about it makes it seem like he was fucking... What the hell is he talking about?
Anyway, none of this actually matters. People think you're saying you grew up poor. No, I didn't grow up poor. I never said I grew up poor.
That's what broke means, dude. What are you talking about?
Very affluent. I'm talking about the period of my life when I was in fucking college.
And yeah, 60K off of streaming is crazy. Just streaming is fucking insane. Plus, he started streaming after he worked for his uncle and he was getting a salary from that. Wait, this doesn't even make sense because he started doing Twitch after he started working for his uncle, Cenk Uygur, and like because he's a nepo baby, right? Did you call it yes, a nepo baby? He's full nepotism. What are you talking about? What?
Or post-college, rather. Right? Simply because your parents had money, people will say you couldn't have been broke regardless of whether you had access to it all the time. No, but my parents also no longer had money by the time I got to college. So it's wrong. Okay. It's something that I've talked about quite a bit.
They had money. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway.
He used to be like a billionaire. I think he lost some of it, but he wasn't ever poor. So knock it off.
Ay.
Okay.
regardless, I don't know why we're talking about this. It's so fucking stupid.
I mean, you're the one who keeps talking about it.
Yeah, there's like clips that you can find from back then.
Just like getting this chicken out of the little container. And,
what does this show us?
And unfortunately,
why are we even talking about this? I found a clip about it. Obviously, he wants to talk about this.
A lot of people use like organic chicken and whatnot. I use whatever kind of chicken I can get because I'm not very wealthy. So that's part of the reason. This is like.
Oh, okay. So his cosplay has been going on for decades. Okay, gotcha.
Like a very.
No, but I'll have you know, I was actually lying. I was faking it.
Just because you said that you don't have a lot of money 10 or 15 years ago, when you said this is when you're making $60K a year, so you shop well, it doesn't make you broke. There's a difference between struggling, which he's not even struggling here, versus being broke. You're just being financially conscious back here.
I was actually a billionaire at this point, but I just chose to lie.
Okay.
And continue along with this lie by
this is like self-referential. Guys, I was broke. Look, I'm going to show you a video of me talking about how I didn't have a lot of money. See, I can't be lying.
Living with 3 roommates at the time.
Oh, so with 4 people? So you're splitting rent between 4 people? That's incredible. What are you paying, like $5 a month?
It was a deep 5-head infiltration move.
I find it funny though. He was making $60K a year streaming plus working for his uncle. That's incredible.
You know, lol. That is the kitchen of a rich person. Yeah, but this is when I was like explaining the process of using manager special chicken. That was what like.
That's not you talking about manager special chicken at all. You said it wasn't organic. Manager special items are when they're heavily discounted because they had to pull them off the shelves because there's like a problem with it. This isn't manager. This isn't. What are you talking about? This doesn't even say that it's a manager special chicken. What?
No, but I'll have
whatever kind of chicken I can get because organic chicken and whatnot. I use whatever kind of chicken I can get.
Okay. Gotcha.
I would go to the fucking. That's what I did to get high protein. I would eat chicken, but
wow, who would have thought?
I would go to the fucking. I'd go to Ralph's or Pavilions and get manager special chicken, which was like about to expire. How's your experience becoming rich differ? If you don't mind explaining.
Okay, even if that's true though, it doesn't make you broke. Bro tips.
I mean, I am obsessed with doing the same shit that I've been doing. When I was making 60 grand a year, I was doing the exact same thing that I'm doing now.
Were you broke at 60 grand a year?
So the only thing that has changed is that like there has been a tremendous quality of life improvement.
Yeah, and now Hasan's on steroids. He doesn't look like he's on steroids, but that's why he has so many anger problems. You can tell because he doesn't put in any meaningful effort at the gym. He can't even fucking squat, hamstring to fucking calf, dude. It's crazy.
In terms of things that I can pay for, right? I no longer have to do the.
I genuinely think that's where his anger problems come from.
The same calculations that I used to have to do, like, you know, paying for Uber and whether or not I will be able to actually.
You were broke, but you were paying for an Uber. Why would you ever need to do that?
Pay for rent at the end of the month, right? Like those are the massive.
You split rent with 4 people and you made 60 grand a year, plus whatever you were making working with your uncle. So
I used to describe it as such. Okay, being poor is very costly. Okay, being poor is incredibly expensive.
Sure, but stop pretending that you were poor.
And it's like a consistent weight on you. Okay,
same. I know what that feels like.
There's a tremendous amount of weight on your shoulders at any given moment, and a lot of rich people, especially a lot of rich people who have been rich for a very long time, lose sight of that reality.
Yeah, like you've never been broke or poor. So
the past, if I had to travel, one, I would have to make the travel arrangements myself, right?
Whoa. It's crazy. That's broke. If I had to travel, I'd make the arrangement myself. Poor people don't travel, Hasan. Broke people don't travel. Yeah, I was broke. I used to have to make my own travel arrangements and take Ubers. That you weren't broke. What?
I would have to make travel arrangements myself, and I wouldn't have enough money to make those travel arrangements, so I had to like nickel and dime it. I had to like literally talk to the university that's sending me there to make sure that they made sure that my travel arrangements were decent.
What?
And if they
You were talking to a university about your travel arrangements, so you weren't making that? I'm so confused.
If they didn't have money to fly me out, then I would have to, pay for it myself or the hotel myself and stuff like that.
Oh, he's talking about when he's an influencer. So just to be clear, what he's saying right now is like when he would go travel for work, which you could write off on your taxes, sometimes the university wouldn't be able to pay him, which means that sometimes the university would pay him, which means that he would often be able to travel for free. Bro, if you're at the point where you're going to like live debates at universities and debating with people, you have the money. And since your uncle is there as well, because I remember, isn't there like one with him and Charlie Kirk or something? He's paying for it. What are you talking about? What is he saying?
like that. And then I had to figure out which hotel I could stay at and how
Whoa.
cheap the travel
You had to find hotels. Holy fuck.
accommodation would look like from the hotel to the university, stuff like that. These are
Whoa.
all of the things that you have to worry about, right?
Wow.
I no longer have to worry about that.
Nobody really has to worry about getting paid to go and speak at college events and then trying to find a hotel. You're talking about regular person shit
At all. And that is a major fucking burden. That is a major burden.
I love how the major burden to him is like the most unrelatable shit ever. He's not sitting here talking about, like, he starts off this video talking about how he doesn't have a credit card. He never did because he's never been in any financial strains. That's why people have credit cards usually. And then he ends off with like, yeah, it was so tough when I would have to go speak at events and sometimes the colleges wouldn't pay me and then I had to find a hotel. See, this is the tough stuff. Oh, that's not like a normal person thing. Normal people don't experience those problems. Normal people get like like they work 12 hours a day and then they stress out about what the fuck they're gonna eat, so they just eat like shit. Like, but again, I wasn't broke, but like I would do that. You know what I mean? And you'd just be fucking miserable all day because you felt like you were just stuck in a rut and you weren't gonna be able to pay off your debts. Again, I wasn't broke. Okay, I was doing okay. You know, I was living with my mom, which was great. So I paid a little bit of rent. It was like $500 a month, which is very cheap. Maybe 600, but either way, very cheap. I made like less than $50,000 a year on the one job that I worked, and then I would do like secondary jobs and stuff. And I was with somebody who didn't work, and they were very high maintenance because they had like it was a whole fucking thing. So it was expensive, and I was in a lot of debt. But I wouldn't even consider myself broke, bro. But like, you're not even fucking like you're considering yourself broke because you made $60K a year. Well, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is lifted. As far as like my own personal experiences goes,
this is why nobody Hasan was like crying about how people take him out of context all the time. This is why people don't like Hasan, because like these are the moments where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, if you go in there, you're sitting here like fucking going on a rant about how, like, literally pulling up old videos about how he used to be broke. Like, what are you doing? Move it on.
A major burden has been lifted off my shoulders as far as like having to nickel and dime every single thing that I do. And also beyond that, I have people that I pay that can deal with this stuff, right?
You have somebody that you pay to do your travel arrangements? Okay.
That's another fucking major burden.
Great. Me too. It's called my wife. She does when we go to Disney.
Off of my shoulders, that I don't have to like make these arrangements and things of that nature.
Wow.
And also, instead of like flying economy as a 6'4", 240-pound guy, now
try flying economy as 6'4", 340-pound guy. Dude, what the fuck? This is what you do, bro. What?
I can fly business, which is infinitely more expensive than
this guy flies first class. Get the fuck out of here.
Economy. But when you fly business, then now I can sleep.
Okay, great. Nobody believes you.